Hello, and thank you for joining us here at Oracle's ModernCX. I have the pleasure of speaking to Shep. He is going to share a little bit about his experience here at the conference, as well as the state of customer experience today. Shep, thank you so much for joining me.
Good to see you, Jeff. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the conference itself. I believe this is your first time here as well.
First time at ModernCX.
What are your thoughts thus far?
Well, great conference. What I love about it, first of all, tons of information, great keynotes, great general sessions, great breakouts. I almost feel like it's an intimate conference compared to others. I mean, intimate in the fact that there's only 3,000 or 4,000 people here versus 100,000 in some of the other conferences. Yeah. But it's great, and getting to know people like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, any standouts for you? I know we've had a couple of motivational folks talk to us. Any standouts for you thus far?
Well, the motivational speakers were great, but what I was intrigued with, and by the way, it's great to have a speaker who doesn't talk product, that doesn't talk customer experience, and we had, two great motivational speakers so far in the general sessions, but I love hearing from the executives and what's happening. There were some great tweets, tweetable quotes that some of these executives had to say. Even today, something one of the marketing folks talked about, and it's an old saying, it has nothing to do with technology, it has nothing to do with modern CX, but it was something like your customer, you have to, let's see, I'm to try to get it right, but it doesn't matter. The concept is you can't control what your customers think of you. They get to determine what they think of you. You can only hope it's the same. And we have all these amazing tools now, the technology of gathering data on all of our customers to understand who they are, what they are, and get them the appropriate messages at the right time, when they want it, that's exactly customized for them. If we blow it, they don't trust us anymore. And what we're trying to communicate to them has to be congruent and in alignment with what they want from us and what they think of us.
Yep, very powerful. So you, my friend, have a number of books, and we have an exclusive moment that you actually have not told anybody. And so
well,
I think
told a few people, but I haven't gone public with it.
Okay, so this is the first time the masses have heard.
So a little background, you said, hey, can I talk about your new book coming out in October? I said, well, you can, but there's absolutely nothing you'll find about it at this point other than what you and I are talking about right now.
Yeah, which is great. Yep. So tell us a little about the new book.
I believe it's one of the emerging, it's been around for a long time, but it's a trend that is so important today more than ever before. The book is called The Convenience Revolution.
The Convenience Revolution.
And the concept is we need to be more convenient for our customers than ever before.
I like it.
And that means they don't want to just pick up the phone anymore and call customer support when they have to be put on hold. Then they're asked a bunch of questions about their last 4 digits of their social security number, their mother's maiden name, the names of their first child born, dog, whatever. They don't want to deal with any of that anymore. So there's ways that we have become more convenient to our customers. Now, there's certain technologies that allow you to call up, talk to somebody at a call center. Within 8 to 9 seconds of the conversation, they have voice printed your voice, and they can verify that it's you. No more asking those serious questions. Or better yet, why even make the call? Why not create a self-service solution? Or how about instant chat, either with a human being, a customer support agent, or even with a chat bot who can handle pretty basic questions and problems that customers have.
Nice. Now, you've been doing this work, correct me if I'm wrong, since the early 80s, so you have a long history.
Right, since before you were born.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another conversation. Okay. So I think you're a perfect person to ask. I would consider you definitely a customer experience expert. What has changed since the time that you started doing this work till today?
Well, early on, customer service was just, how do we get it? We either have to walk into a store to get it, or we have to pick up the phone and call it. Yeah. I mean, then all of a sudden there was email. But still today, email is kind of antiquated from the standpoint of you might email a company and then you log off, and the company might email you back, hopefully soon, but you might not get back on for a day. It could take 2 weeks to get a question resolved with the back and forth. But today you have technology that's driving so many better experiences. But let me tell you the biggest change. Okay. The biggest change is customers. Customers know what great service is, and they expect service, and they're smarter than ever before. And great companies who are, and you know who the customer service rock stars are that are out there. You've got, like an Amazon, like A to Z, Amazon to Zappos, coincidentally. owned by Amazon, but you've got Nordstrom, the Ritz-Carlton, all these different companies that are phenomenal, and they set the bar for everyone because customers no longer compare you to your direct competitor, they compare you to the best service they've received from anywhere.
Yeah.
And that could be somebody that just sold them a $25 pair of shoes at a department store that was helpful, knowledgeable, willing to do anything to help this customer make the right choice.
Yeah.
And that's who, when we're getting ready to make a multi-million-dollar decision on some capital improvement or some investment that we're getting ready to make, we're comparing that experience to, why can't they be as nice as, you know, that guy at the shoe store, or that person that took care of me at the last company I was dealing with.
Well, I love, from my perspective, you know, my work centers around aligning sales and marketing, which I think is intimately related to thinking about the customer experience and making it easier for folks to buy from us. And so I say that to say, you know, one of the things I learned today is customer service today is about being proactive.
Oh yeah.
Rather than being reactive.
Just yesterday, the keynote speaker from Comcast talked specifically to that. If your cable TV goes out, what do you typically do? You get mad, you pick up the phone, and you call the cable TV people, and then what do they tell you? We're aware of this, sir, and we're working on it, right? Yeah. But there's no reason for you to have to go through the phone call when there are so many different ways to communicate. A good company is going to have this information about you. They're going to have your cell phone number so they can push a message to you via text. They're going to have your cell phone number so they can call you and maybe leave a recorded message. And they may even send an email because maybe your cable TV's out, but the internet still works and you can check email. There's multiple ways. They can tweet to you. They can Facebook direct message to you. There's multiple ways, and technology allows you to do these group broadcasts. So if my cable goes out, the company can broadcast to everybody in the area, hey, you don't need to call us. We know it. We're working on it. Check back every half hour. We're going to give you a status report. That's proactive service. And you want to know the best thing a customer service agent could say to a customer? And this is a great line. Frankie, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on her name. But anyway, she actually worked with a cable company. So you call me, and I'm the support agent, and I have your ID in front. I know who the customer is from your, and as soon as you call, I know what the problem is, and I know why you're calling even before you ask, and I start working on the fix if I can, and this is the best thing that you could say to a customer after they say, hey, my cable's out. Try it now. Isn't that a good one?
So I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but proactive is getting to the customer before the customer gets to you.
So I want to stay in the theme of technology, because obviously with us being here at CX, technology is huge. How has that really helped us to create a more intimate relationship and better CX experience? What are those things that people should be aware of in this space when it comes to technology?
All right, so you have to be very careful because technology could actually distance you from making that relationship
happen. Let's talk about that.
So let's talk about marketing, and then we'll talk about service, because you're all about marketing and sales.
Yeah.
Marketing and sales, technology allows you to drive content to people, and because of data, collecting the data of the customer that you have, you know who your customer is, you know what information they're interested in.
Right.
However, if you send it too much, if you're too overt with your advertising and marketing, or you send them at the wrong time, they're going to blank out on you. They're actually going to push the delete button, they're going to do the unsubscribe thing, they may never want to hear from you again. I'll give you an example, the loyalty program that Nike has. They have 100 million customers in their loyalty program. Wow. And do you know what their loyalty program gets you? No discounts, no perks, no miles to get a free trip or whatever. No, loyalty just gets you information. But if you buy basketball shoes and I buy running shoes, you're not going to get the same information that I get, because they understand who you are. And technology allows you to so much better segment your database, segment your customers, and give them what they want, specific content that they want. Now on the customer service side, which is more reactive than proactive, although you can, we just mentioned, be proactive about customer service. Right. On the customer service side, you can have chat bots. And you can have, you can distance yourself from your customer by putting too much technology in between the customer and you. However, the best companies have figured out the balance. For example, their chatbot's smart enough to understand, customer doesn't understand, or I don't understand the customer's question, or they don't understand my answer. I could tell they're frustrated. Very easy for that to be programmed in, and immediately and seamlessly that switches over to a human. Okay. Or perhaps a technology, you know, self-service. Well, there's a, you know, video is a great technology. Just how do I do blank? Example, I had bought a ping pong table at a local store. Now, little did I know that this was a German ping pong table. It just was, it looked like the right ping pong table.
Very fancy.
Well, very fancy. Precision. Lots of parts and nuts and bolts and pulls. I opened this thing up and I'm overwhelmed. And here's what I did that was fun. I just went online, I typed in the manufacturer's name and the model number into a Google search, and up came a YouTube video. Wow. And the YouTube video showed a person taking, with no words, just music. By the way, the instructions were in German, but it had a lot of pictures. But this was even better because now I can watch it. And it's like this, and the guy was wearing lederhosen, wonderful German, no, I'm just kidding, just kidding. But seriously, the video was a step-by-step, pull everything out, lay it out like this, set it up, and it saved me hours of frustration by watching the video. There's lots of companies that have put their most frequently asked questions into a video tutorial. And what the beautiful thing about that is, it's not only customer service, it's marketing. It's showing the best way to use the product, how to overcome any issues that you have, and it shows that the company's proactive by placing this content out there for both customer service and for marketing. I
love it. So for those CX leaders that are out there and professionals that are listening, what are your predictions for the future of CX?
Predictions for the future. Well, AI, very important to pay attention to AI. It's coming down in cost and it's going up in power. Even small solo entrepreneurial companies for a few $1,000s can start to create a nice AI chatbot type function. But I want you to think about this, because AI is artificial intelligence. And digital without human could be a big mistake today. I think the future holds the combination of the two, and it will be synergistic. Imagine that AI doesn't just help a customer get information, if I want to interact with a chatbot, but imagine instead I'm talking to you, a customer service support person, who AI is supporting you, giving me the answer. Listening to our conversation in real time and being able to give you the answers to my questions. And let me tell you what else AI will do. It'll take me, the customer, it'll give you a full view of who I am, it'll profile me and match me up with thousands of other customers just like me. You'll be able to predict the next question I'm going to ask. You'll be able to make suggestions on what products I'm supposed to be interested in that I don't even know about yet. And AI is going to support the agent as much as the customer, and that is the combination of service and marketing, being proactive, using technology, all the things we talked about today.
I love it. So Shep, I have learned so much in this interview that we've had together, as well as just meeting you through this conference. How do folks learn more about your work, and how do they get connected with you?
I'm easy to connect with. Just go to my website. It's my last name, Hyken, HYKEN.com. And there you'll find all kinds of information about my speaking programs. We have training programs and customer service. But if you subscribe to my newsletter, every week I put out something. It's more tactical. You just do a Google search on my name, and you'll find all kinds of ways to connect.
Perfect. Well, Shep, I've enjoyed my time with you today.
Thanks, Jeff, man.
Thanks
You're
so
a
much.
rock star. Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, guys.